Hello, friends, and welcome back to r/IDontWorkHereLady. Today, I picked up some more great stories for us, and in this episode, you'll see the first story about a crazy lady who yells at a customer, doesn't listen to the manager, and finally gets in trouble with the police. The second story is about Karen, who thought she was a big boss, but she didn't take into account that she has a boss too. And our third story with a very unexpected end to our topic. Salty lady tries taking my salt when she thinks I work for Safeway. Last week, I finally made up my mind to dress nice. Brown khakis and button-up shirt. Hair was a little unruly, but I managed to get most of it under wraps. I'm also able to drive again after 5 weeks thus far out of surgery, so that's nice, and drove the 20 minutes to town to spend a Safeway gift card I got for Christmas. I go in and had this compulsion for something salty, but without being soft. My taste buds wouldn't accept chips, crackers, or anything else that turns to mush. Then I see it. Whoa! Beef effing jerky. This stuff is so stupidly overpriced, $15 for a 230-gram bag, but I'm not spending out-of-pocket money, so it's all good. What else was I going to use it on? I take 3 packages since said gift card was for $50, and I'm in this almost primal sense of hunger, so I'm ignoring the world outside of this jerky. I look down and I apparently grabbed a flavored variety. Ew, no, original or not at all. I put them back and start getting antsy. Where is it? Hello, non-torture to my overly sensitive taste buds, where are you? At this point, I'm basically tidying up the whole damn section, which is mismatched all to hell and back if it's even hung up in the first place. And I just wanted to make it easier for me to find what I wanted. By the time I get it sorted out and do find what I wanted and stand back up, I accidentally back into a very irate woman. I jump ahead a little. Sorry. Just a little ridiculous trying to get what a guy's gotta get, eh? Yeah, no, she immediately blasts back. Are you effing stoned on the job just because it's legal now? Trying to get your attention for 5 minutes, but you ignored me because you have the effing munchies? Then she's hollering to anyone who might overhear her that she needs the manager and rips the beef jerky out of my hands, continuing to berate me. I'm just more in shock at this moment, but I finally settle on a, okay, stupid, let's see where you take this expression on my face. Not the manager, but one of the higher-ups, regardless, comes power walking down the aisle, and before she can even finish asking what the problem is, she's already being interrupted by a verbal assault, calls to fire me for being stoned on the job, and generally being, a Karen. This supervisor is totally befuddled by what she's hearing and trying to make sense of it, and I finally tell Karen to shut up for 10 seconds, if you're even capable of being an adult for that long, I tell her. Look, long story short, I'm buying food, she thinks I'm a pothead employee here, and I try to be dramatic and yank my jerky back, but she's got a death grip on it all, and she's being a colossal, entitled C-word who won't let me have the jerky I wanted to buy and had to root around for like an idiot. There were interjections while I told the employee this, but I'm not going to type out every interruption for the sake of reading comprehension. Ma'am, give him the food. Why, so he can take it in the back and share it with your other pothead employees? He doesn't work here. And just because he isn't wearing sweatpants and a dirty t-shirt doesn't mean he works for us. Yeah, I totally wasn't wearing that before I decided to clean up before leaving, yeah. Don't cover for him. He was putting everything away on that shelf. You said he was looking for that stuff in your hands. Yeah, I know, idiot. Which one is it then? Sigh. Never mind, I'm just going to ask you to leave. You're making a scene and harassing other shoppers. Get out. You fire him right now. How about security? Karen, embarrassed, practically runs out of the store. I wish she tried and tripped. She was in heels. I'm being petty with this thought, but I genuinely wish she hurt herself. Boop, 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 boop. She was still clenching my jerky when she tried to leave. At that point, when security grabbed her, they had to phone the police to add shoplifting to her harassment and public disturbance charges. I mean, I knew she'd be out in a few hours because we have a sickening revolving door criminal system in Canada for anything that isn't violent or white-collar crime, but it still felt nice when she saw that I saw her in cuffs. No free jerky, no discount, and nobody even apologized. I had to go through that with her. I expected such, but I'm kind of mad now that I didn't even look at the stuff without wanting to run to the bathroom again. Being sick and all prevented me from enjoying the fruits of my ordeal. Hope you feel better soon, OP. Stomach bugs suck. And our second story today. I'm not your employee. So this happened a while ago, but I used to work for a seasonal goods store. Basically, the inventory varies depending on the time of year, but I had to leave due to health issues. I like to shop there regularly because prices are unbeatable, and if I'm lucky, one of my previous coworkers will apply their employee discount. Sometimes if I notice it's busy, I'll straighten the shelves a bit, but I won't be too serious with it, just adjust it so other shoppers can spot the products easier. It's a force of habit, plus I kind of do this in a lot of stores. I should also mention that the dress code for this store is pretty casual, like jeans and t-shirt kind of casual place plus an apron, red, blue, or green depending on the department. So I'm wandering through the aisle trying to find some decorations for my home when an older lady, who looked to be in her 50s, started to put random stuff in my cart. I recognized the MOD, manager on duty, badge around her neck. I, however, did not recognize her. So she was more than likely hired after I left. Our exchange went like this. She will be MOD, store manager will be SM, and I will be me. Excuse me, I'm using this cart. MOD. Yeah, and? You're putting things away anyway. Can't you take care of these for me? Me. I'm sorry, I don't work here. I'm shopping. MOD. Don't give me that excuse. I saw you tidying up the shelf. Just put these back for me. I don't have time to argue. I have a phone call with corporate in a minute. Me. Again, I don't work here. I'm not wearing a name tag and I'm shopping. I also just like to straighten a shelf if it's looking janky because it bugs me. MOD. Really? I see you here all the time. I'm pretty sure I've seen you in the break room a few times too. Stop lying and get to work. She drops the rest of the stuff in her arms into my cart. I'm getting kind of annoyed at this point because I've already explained twice that I'm not her employee. I let out a heavy breath, gathered up all the stuff she dropped in my cart into my arms. I look her dead in the eyes and just drop the items into a nearby display bin. MOD, her face covered in shock. How dare you? I'll write you up for that. Since I've worked there previously, I know that she technically can't file a write-up. She has to speak to a store manager to file it. Me. Okay, great. My name is Anna. Go ahead and call the SM to file that write-up for you. MOD. See, I knew you were an employee. Only employees know that. She radios the SM. Me. Listen, Linda, I'm not your employee. I used to work here, but I am not currently employed here. MOD. I'm calling BS. You're just saying that to get out of a write-up. Too late. SM is already on his way. Me. Okay, great. SM finally arrives. I smile and wave at him. He's a really cool guy, and me and him work together all the time I did work here. Me. Hey, SM, can you please do me a favor and tell MOD that I no longer work here and to stop harassing me about getting to work? SM looks confused and looks at MOD. Why are you telling her to get back to work? She doesn't work here. She's not even wearing the name tag or an apron. How could you confuse her with an employee? MOD. Well, I know I've seen her in the break room and she was organizing the products on the shelf. SM. MOD, she's no longer employed with us. Her picture's hanging up in the break room because she got Employee of the Month 4 months ago, which was her last month working here. Leave her alone. MOD. But SM. If I find out that you're harassing anyone who's not in uniform, I will write you up. You and I both know you can't afford to have another write-up. SM looks at me. Have a good night, Anna. Also, sorry about MOD. Use my employee discount when you check out. I'll let customer service know to use it when you check out too. Managers get 30% of everything in store, including sale items. Regular employees only get 20% off non-sale items. Me. Thank you so much, SM. You have a good night too. I finished my shopping and went to check out. I still shop there on an almost daily basis, and by the looks of it, MOD either quit or finally got that last write-up because I haven't seen her recently. I love how SM treated the MOD after realizing the behavior, but maybe he should turn only harass people in aprons to don't harass anyone. The best r/IDontWorkHereLady. So this is basically the gist of it. I was at the Hot Topic at my hometown mall. cringy, I know, looking for a new pop figure I need to complete my collection, since the one I needed was a Hot Topic exclusive. I saw one of the employees struggling to restock, so I decided to help him out. It was heavy stuff to lift up onto the shelves, to be quite honest. Moments after, a lady about the same age as me walked up to me and showed me a picture on her phone. She seemed frustrated. The photo was of an item they sell exclusively at Hot Topic, the same exact pop figure I was looking for. She then proceeded to ask me, "Can you check in the back to see if you have this in stock, please?" She was pretty polite, so I responded, "Oh, I'm sorry, I don't work here, but I would love to help you find it." She became furious, which I can understand. She then screamed, "I just saw you stock the shelves. Are you really that lazy that you have to tell me you don't work here?" She then stormed off. I became concerned, considering it was a misunderstanding and nothing more, plus she was already frustrated about the pop figure. I began to look for her so I could help her out. I found her speaking to the manager of Hot Topic. "That's the guy I mentioned. I want this pop figure, but he refused to check for me." I walked towards them, and the manager said, "I'm sorry, but he really doesn't work here." She then looked at me, annoyed but also embarrassed, then stormed out. I walked up to the manager and inquired about the pop figure. He had 3 in stock. I purchased 2 of them. I walked out of the store, bag in hand, and walked toward the pretzel cart to get a bite to eat. I sat there for around 15 minutes, then walked toward GameStop. I wanted a new game, but that's not why I was there. As soon as I walked in, I saw the girl browsing the Pokemon section. I walked behind her and pulled out one of the pop figures, then basically displayed it in front of her face while I was behind her. She quickly turned around and saw me. Her face went from bland to totally embarrassed. I told her to take it. She began frantically apologizing while I assured her it was no big deal either way. I then invited her for a drink, which she agreed to. Her name is Allison. We've been together for 2 years now. Such stories are rare in our topic, but as they say, the best way to get rid of an enemy is to make them your friend. And of course, thank you so much for watching the video all the way to the end. I'll see you in the next one.